station. Sorry, the biolabs. Oh, Galaxy, get out of the way. Alright. How's the north looking?
I'm just heading away now as I was sitting in the biolab.
Oh, so, doesn't look like Mine Watch is going to be saved by Connery anytime. Sorry, Woodman anytime. Looks like they're keeping mainly their forces at Esamir. Slight pop advantage. Yeah, it looks like most of the numbers have actually come out. I suppose if there's a slight advantage in the biolab, now there's a lot of pressure in the biolab, but they could theoretically use the teleporter. There's a teleport, right? There should be a teleport. It's possibly that building there, right? They could, in theory, push to the capture point on the last minute, but you got 80 seconds left. If they're going to make the push, they're going to have to do it soon.
Looks like Esamir's quite a big stalemate as well. It's they've definitely got percentages in. I'd say TR they should redeploy to one point and have a concerted push.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I'm saying Connery can afford to neglect one of their north or south lanes and push hardcore, really hard, and go for just a breakthrough. Serial listing post may be the best way to expose the amp station. Because what they want to do is they want to break through one of their 3 lanes and spread the fight out again for 3 capture points, because they're doing really well when it was more than 3 contended bases. That's one. LA's got himself a lovely little sweet spot, has a nice little name.
Well, in 4 minutes, the TR do cap Sierra listening, and there's very little pop here for VS.
Just to give you a quick heads up, in the last calculations, TR at 59, VS at 30 points.
So it's 59 to 30, yes?
In 6 seconds, it'll be TR 60.
Because of the taking over of the Esamir.
Yeah. 60 to 30.
60 to 30, thank you very much.
That took a while.
Yeah, so it looks like Connery is outnumbered at Manny Lake, so they're on the defensive there. They are outnumbered marginally in the south as well, it looks. Oh no, they have a large force from the Esamir Mine Watch. That might make the difference. The problem is they've got this huge air death ball. I don't know if they need this air death ball. That's the thing, because, you know, they realistically could do with those extra 40 people. I wonder if this guy's out of ammo. Oh, he's got a friend. Watch out! On your left! To your left! No! Oh, he's gonna get knifed! Ah! Oh, guy wasn't paying attention. God, with the heavy assault coming up from nowhere. Oh yeah, I mean, if I was Connery, I'd push for, Oh, they are. I tell you what, they are pushing for Sierra listing post, like I said they should. Not that they're listening to me, but, you know, that is the easier, it's much easier to take Sierra listing post with 3 capture point than it is. With the Air Force being able to dominate, you can throttle any approach to Bravo, especially to Charlie, and then, you can, A is a little bit more dubious, but the fact is 2 capture points, you can get it in 10 minutes from now. In fact, it looks like they're maybe even taking A. So the problem is, Woodman's going to have to decide, well, do we send forces from our north or south biolab to go defend that? Because they need to have 3 teams here. Looks like they are making a concerted push on the Manny Lake satellite. But the fact is, who cares? I mean, as far as Connor's concerned, you know, yeah, you can have Manny Lake, we can come back and take that. We don't really care, because as soon as we break through your Cerro, we can then spread out again and use our efficient tactic of, you know, attacking multiple places at once that it seems Woodman can't really respond that well to. I mean, as soon as Cerro goes down, there's 2 potential... Well, sorry, there's 1 potential, there's the rink, but the rink is a single capture point, and it'll be much easier in 4 minutes. But they can push to Apex Genetics, they can push to Stillwater, just to get some extra territory, and then they can also push into the not amp state substation.
FYI, a massive TR push now into Esamir biolab.
Yep, I just saw that on the population numbers. It's now 2 to 1, so if we're looking in the north, the population, you can see how the numbers have dropped from Woodman sorry, from Connery in the north. Now Woodman's taking advantage of that, trying to take Manny Lake. But in the meantime, Sarah listening post. Looks like Woodman's also pushing out. Fair enough. But, as you were saying, 2-1 numbers on the Weimar Biolab. So they've taken all 3 capture points, and the SCU is charged. 40 seconds to go, so they've actually managed to pull this off. Vanu numbers for Woodman outnumbered 2-1. We've checked the populations again. Still outnumbered 2-1, so the main push for the Connery force has happened. And they're all suppressing the spawn rooms. Looks like they're trying to take Charlie. The SU generator is going to go down in 19 seconds though. Charlie's going to only be a temporary thing. It's only going to be a couple of people. There's no one there actually. It's more than just an infiltrator.
In TR, I've also resecured in the last second Manny Lake satellite.
You also got resecure by the VS over at Sierra listening as well.
Yeah, we saw that. At the end of the day, Cero is nice, but taking the and the shields are down now for the SU. SU is destroyed. There's no spawns. There's no way that they can have a Sunder on the ground. They don't have outside control. So I mean that's GG for Connery. That was a really good push on them. I mean they just used their number efficiently. Okay, so we can see Woodman's Air Force again flying around. So next comes, now the problem is that this was an easier defendable base. The capture point, we're going into Comcache lane now from Season 1 that isn't there for Season 2. We're now going to Weimar Eastern Way Station. And the problem with this base, for the defenders, that being Woodman, is that the capture point is super exposed to air. You can get bombarded by a smart flying Mozzie with rockets, and you can just dominate the capture point. And then, not to mention, the run from the 2 spawn buildings is an exposed open run. There's no reason why Connery should lose this after they start the cap, especially if they start sending all their people and keep pushing hard. Looks, I don't even see where the Vanu population for Woodman is. They've taken the biolab. They've got a huge population advantage on the way station. Vanu's outnumbering 2-1 at Sarah. Listening post, it looks like one of the capture points has been held by Connery, and again it looks like Woodman has lost the cap on Manny Lake Satellite, and it's 50-50. So we're going to go there in a second, so there's not like anything's happening. Can you watch the south for me please as I go north?
Sure, stopping.
And just give you a quick update, that brings TR to 65 and VS down to 25.
Okay, so there's a lot of Vanu coming in from the biolab. It looks like they're going to try and get the capture point. They're dropping in from the, it looks like you've got Air Force. Lots of numbers coming on the jump pads. They actually know how to take the point. Must be about a platoon or a half a platoon coming in. They're going for the capture point. It's still TR. TR's only defending this base, so I mean theoretically they can lose the capture point. This isn't a hack. Vanu numbers are now pushing on the capture point. I don't, doesn't look like it's enough. There's so many Woodmen pushing in again. Oh wow, that was nice C4 by that hero medic. Just blew up a whole bunch of Vanu. Still, there's just too many Woodman forces. So 2 minutes 55 until they can hack the space. And this is the thing, 2 minutes 55, they're committing all these numbers, forcing the attack through. Connery, in theory, can, you know, basically this defending force that's outnumbered has been holding on. They could send, hypothetically, everyone from Sierra Listening Post, they could send reinforcements from Weimar Southern Biolab. Or alternatively, they could just have that one defense force continue to defend, you know, the fewer numbers in the north, continue to defend, and then fall back to Aurora Material Labs, use Skyguards, vehicles, whatever, just to stall out Woodman's force. He got 2 Skyguards, both AAing, side by side, but from different factions.
I think it'll have an entire TR platoon, 48 plus, sat on Esamir Eastern Way, just that extra security in case VS make a...
Well, they're pushing along the lane to the amp station, though. That's the thing. Now, where is the Deathball Air Force of Connery? Have they gone infantry to help out with that biolab? Quite possibly. This is why this Air Force, this ground force, isn't being punished for Woodman. Just dominating the entrance point. Does TR have a Sunder here? They don't. There's no spawn point for Connery infantry. It's just one beacon. It's like a death field. But they're committing so many people here. Oh, well, maybe not. Oh, they've got the spawn room, so... maybe a push trying to go for the capture point.
I wonder how the fun fleets are getting on in their corner of the map.
In come the grenades again. Oh, lovely AV grenades and explosives, getting rid of the engineer turrets. Lots of conk grenades, lots of explosives. Res grenades are going out, however, for Vanu. Are they going to make their breach now? It looks like too many of them are dead on the outside, getting picked off.
It seems like the TR installed from the firewall been redeployed at the square.
Looks like the Vanu's going to get this. It's going to take a pretty strong reinforcement from Connery. I mean, they still could theoretically do it unless they decided to sacrifice this base to push along the south. Or maybe they're confident that they can retake this base. Again, they're quite happy to allow Woodman to commit so many infantry forces.
They're pushing us around out there.
I see in the Twitch chat, by the way, that you want to organise a 480 versus 480. The public test server cannot hold the same number of people as a live server. So it's really a capacity of the PTS that's the problem. So 240 versus 240 is doable. 300 is probably the absolute limit. If you start pushing beyond 300, like 320 to make a balanced numbers, I don't think the continent can actually physically hold that many people. It's just one of those things. I mean, you could probably ask Higbee to make, or the team, if they could upgrade the PTS, you know, just for server smashes on a Saturday. It could happen.
We've now got the TR moving over into Frostful Overlook. It really is uncontested though.
Yeah, so
There's
basically
zero forces in the south of Vanu.
So in the north, some TR forces are basically contesting and stalling for as much time as they can, but in the south, completely uncontested TR. Tons of prowlers, Air Force. They've got themselves the capture point. Just a couple of straggling forces. I mean, the VS could theoretically spawn in and make a save, but we can just take all these vehicles out on the map. Plus, it's a horrible run. Yeah, double spawned galaxies, so these galaxies will be the two guys down beneath there to resupply in if necessary. We have 48 minutes left, so I mean, it's plenty of time for Connery to do a clean sweep if they want to. I'd love to see Woodman make some sort of successful push. Like, the problem is, it's zero listening posts, they're outnumbering, they're saving 2-1 on defense. Maybe the numbers are going to slightly change, and it looks like they're trying to contest Ice and Mountain Pass, which we'll go check out now. So, because Bravo is underheld, Vanu can't get themselves Ice and Mountain Pass. So they're just, you know, Wood Connery's being a right nuisance. That Bravo capture point needs to be contended. And they've got 2-3 squads at Ice and Mountain Pass that just are doing nothing because they've been sidestepped. And it looks like the tier force at Bravo are being reinforced because they know they're being a nuisance. Oh, we actually have some Woodman Air Force. Oh wow, we actually have a bunch of Lightnings. Lightning's going against Prowlers. Skyguards can theoretically work. I don't see how this is going to work though if it's just one guy fighting it. What's that heavy assault looking at? You realise there's a Prowler behind you, mate. Hey, turn around. Over there. Turn around. No, turn around. Where are you going? Okay. Fair enough. Well, this Prowler continues to eat up all of the, what looks to be abandoned Skyguards. Oh, he's having a field day then. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter because all these Woodman forces does not look like Bravo. Nope, 55-43. These guys are going to come back. It's time to leave, guys. It's not going to happen anymore. Looks like Connery's death wall of an air force. It's just making off the last of Woodman's air force. Wow. That's a shame. It's a shame. It's really a shame. I'm not sure that anti-air gun's going to be enough, mate. They've got themselves Bravo. They've got themselves Charlie. That's Connery. looks like Woodman is beginning to respawn. They're coming in from the roof of Bravo, having a look in as they drop down with light assaults. Oh wow, the most skill in the world, light assaults and shotguns. There we go. Oh, look at me, guys. Oh well, I'm glad he died. Oh, TR reinforcements from Connery are coming in though, so looks like they're going to safeguard the capture point on Bravo. Oh, huge numbers from Vanu actually coming in on the staircase if we look at the minimap. Looks like they're respawning in kinds. No maxes for the TR. I don't know if they have a Sunder, I don't see it. There's a lot of shotgunning going on. Looks like they've actually managed to stop the VS push that was coming on the staircase. If we look at the map, in the south, 10 seconds and the Frostful Overlook's about to go, plus they've got population in Geological Camp Survey. Completely uncontested in the south. Man, that's shocking. In the north, Manny Lake satellite was taken, but now it's been retaken by Connery. Oh god, beautiful C4s on the Woodman's Maxes. Problem is, the Max has got no backup. I mean, where's his engineer's Mini? Son, why are you bringing bursters into an indoor infantry fight? Well, nice hold by Connery. Not seeing any conk grenades or concerted push, just looks like a steady stream of Vanu that want to die. And the thing is, the TR force doesn't even have any maxes. Now maybe they're going to start. Okay, they were about to push up. A lot of explosives pushing back the Woodman infantry. You don't look cool, mate. Pink burster guns inside. No, man, no. Anyway, so Woodman infantry push up to the doors. You didn't want to do anything. Do a lot of Connery on the point. Do they have a spawn? With reinforcements? Do they have a Sunder? It doesn't look like it. It looks like they're just holding their own for the time being. Ah. Well, I just see your chat, and you're going to get this in a second. It depends what the resource revamp is, but yes, if you could make resources actually mean something, it adds more strategic value. But I guess in the meantime, that's why we made a point system. Okay, so Woodman's finally pushed up and cleared out with 3 maxes, one being girly pink bursters.
As we can see now on the map, yes, are getting pushed into a corner because they are literally just sacrificing that whole entire eastern lane. And obviously, Nottingham will be threatened in the next 10 minutes.
They're losing Manny Lake as well. 60 seconds. What's going on here? How can they lose so much? Alright. In a second, I'm just going to check something out. They're on the outside.
2 squads in Prowlers roaming around completely uncontested. They've got a Galaxy backing them up for a spawn solution if something does happen. But it's crazy, man.
Okay, last 50 seconds. Woodman is now pushing in at a max crash. Oh gosh, that looks painful from all sides. I mean, it's very pretty, it's very nice, but too many people in the same place. You know, you're pub stomping almost. Well, that's what it feels like with so all these people, but again, as I said, effective use of numbers. Did they really need this many people? If that's how many they need, they're going to lose elsewhere on the map. So that's 3 minutes now until they can even do anything. So all the TR forces here, they've got a 3-minute window to go somewhere else and help out. Maybe they could go to Camp Geological. There's nobody at Geological because the TR's already moved up to not a research camp. Now, in theory, the research at the not amp station is going to be an old amp station, which means it's a 7-minute cap timer. So Woodman, with their heavy-handed everyone attack or everyone defense in big numbers, they should be able to save and hold on to that. There's no reason why they should use the amp station. But then again, yeah, there's no reason they should lose it because it's not like the biolab where you could lose it in 2 minutes or you lose the spawn, SCU. Just watching the last of the Vanu forces trying to, clean up all that TR. It's like, yeah, they're clearing up the vehicles on the outside that have been left unmanned. Fresh TR Sundra, I don't know what you're going to be doing, mate. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. That's bad. In fact, just run away. Yeah, hide behind the hill. I'm not sure how long you're going to live unless you've got all your friends ready to spawn in. It's not going to end well, mate. No. A little bit of C4 for everyone. You're going to fix it? Okay. Hey guys, he's over here. Hero C4 light assault, that's gotta be enough. No! Composite armor. Ah, there we go. Okay. So much for that, Sunder. Oh, I like the engineer turrets on the hillside. That's nice. If you could actually hit anything. Max flanking from the hillside. Not doing a very good job. Mate, what about the heavy assault behind you? Oh, we know where he's going. That's a nice flank. What's going on in the south? Towards an amp station?
They're already starting to prep the amp station. And I'm now getting connection poor on that. Wow. Not research station, already has people sitting on it waiting to cap. Geological survey, there's 1 minute 20 to cap. There's no base stations left and turrets have all been wiped out of not amp.
Okay, so one of the things I wanted to check, guys, was like, I was wondering if Woodman had just given up. And that's why I had a look at the world population. It's actually 47 to 47. So I mean, there are equal numbers of Vanu and TR. So I don't know what Woodman is. I don't know why they're giving up one whole lane without any defense. I don't know if there's a breakdown in communication. It's definitely something we'll ask at the end of this game. We have 39 minutes left. It looks like Connery's Air Force is making sure that geological survey camp, because it's a really exposed capture point, horrendous to attack, or sorry, to defend if you have lots of air. In fact, this is bringing back memories of Clash.
This is a completely different game to last week's game.
It's where last time Air Force had no impact. This one, it's having a huge impact, but it's more so. I'd say that Connery is making really good use of where they put their forces and how they're splitting up and and basically attacking at multiple places at once. And Woodman's great at just bringing down the absolute sledgehammer and saving a base. But if 3 bases are under contention, they're going to lose 2, and that's what's happened.
VS really need to get some respite at sales and post by just getting a few ghost cappers out to Rhyme, Esamir and Echo Valley, just to split the TR, besieging Sierra Listening.
Yeah, well the thing is, until they get all 3 capture points in Sierra Listening Post, Rhyme Analytics would be nice. But the problem is that you would find that if they're having difficulty at Manny, right, you'd probably find that, they would allow them to waste numbers on infantry on that particular base attack like Rhyme or whatnot, and then save it at the last, 90 seconds. And so basically we don't waste our time, we waste your time. Okay, so just when it looks like the Vanu may have made a push to raw material labs, fresh tier reinforcements have come in and they've taken the capture point back again. And the problem is they're outnumbered still, but the fact is this smaller Connery force is holding out so many Vanu. There's basically outnumbered 2 if not 3 to 1 here. Fun Police needs to go deal with Haven Outpost, by the way. And the thing is, they're completely ignoring the south because of these numbers. And then Woodman is allowing Connery just to take the southern lane to the amp station, as you said. Oh wow, that's just a horrible run. Even if you take the teleporter building to the adjacent teleporter building in Geological Survey Camp, and run through the buildings and maybe get to the bridge line and get inside on the balcony and see behind, you're not going to hold the point for very long. There's too many maxes, there's too many infantry. It's going to take a lot of people. Look at the spawn room and 1 hero max. You're outside, by the way. Yeah, how about that? You can actually shoot through the shields, but this is gonna be hilarious. Shackle wants to drop on the point. Right, well, this base is pretty much forlorn, unless there's like a big defense from doesn't look like Woodman's going to bother. It looks like they're focusing mainly just on Cero and perhaps trying to push the north. Maybe that's what they're thinking. But it doesn't look as they're going anywhere. Defending one base, or a base that you can teleport to from your own biolab, is one thing. Actually make a concerted push with Sunders, with vehicles, to have a reliable external spawn. Aurora Material Labs doesn't have a garage or anything. And there is some Woodman Air Force. Alright, okay, so Lib, couple of scythes. Maybe they're trying to make a push. But unless, as I was saying, they have air control, the Sunders are going to get picked off. So even if this base does get under contention, they wipe out all this TR armor. And this is the thing, they're using lightnings against Prowlers. Is probably why they're trying to use air. Again, that's why the tech plant at the beginning is so important when it comes to these sort of standoff fights. If anything, it looks like Connery's going to push Woodman back again and go back to the biolab with a lesser force. Wow. Any idea what's going on at Sierra Listening Post?
It doesn't seem too much. Mainly been looking at not research. A couple of VS tried to stop the TR, but they've come in. Air dominance has again played a big part as it repeatedly has done this match.
Oh, there's a lovely Prowler flank going on around Manning. Just going around the VS Lightnings and Sunders. Killed off one Sunder, mopping up the last of the infantry. Repair Sunder in tow. It's a lovely flank, and again, it's just heavy main battle tanks. This is why I'm surprised both times in the Miller Matheson and this Woodman Connery game that the tech plant was given up so easily. It's just so important, especially when it's neutral. Now they're able to flank fire or enfilade from the sides and pick off the infantry on the reverse edge, and the whole flank and front of the Vanu armor line is just collapsing.
Over at Sierra, you do have a resecure trying to attempt to happen up on the Bravo point. There's been a couple of VS Maxes coming in, 2 squads of infantry, but are just being cleaned up over at the big stair. You've got a couple of engineered turrets, some powder maxes and mercy maxes, I would guess, or an those with their chain guns, and they've wiped these squads out. A couple of AV grenades have gone in, and they didn't even make it in the building. They need to come in, they need to get a flank on, they need to hit the small stairs and the big stairs, or coming from a balcony. You can't just focus on one angle with that amount of people. You need to hit from multiple sides.
So, the armor push
completely died down.
Yeah, the armor push that Connery forces used is kind of bogged down and stopped moving. And oh, there's a fresh force of AP Lightnings coming in. But I was going to say, basically, Lancer fire and rocket fire is pushing back the the Terran armor force. So they could theoretically push in and get the kind of garage. But now we've got some fresh Woodman Lightnings, AP Lightnings. I say AP Lightnings, but you're a high explosive Lightning. What's going on here, sir? Or maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe those are AP Lightnings. I don't know. I always thought the AP Lightning was different, but no, that's an AP Lightning. That's an AP Lightning. Those other ones, yeah, he's the AP Lightning. The other ones are high explosives. So 3 high explosive Lightnings are trying to take on Prowlers. There's only one left, and he's now going to get libbed. And I think there's like some guys like, I want to see for you. Come on, Bob, get him. Oh, he got picked off by the driver that jumped out. He's now running for cover.
You've got, again, the VS trying to push out to the Bravo point at Sierra, and this time we're just trying to pull mass light assaults, but we're just being mopped up by the air. They've just had that they brought another Sunder in, and that's just been wiped out under the Bay, and the TR really have this place locked down. The VS can't get anywhere near the point.
One Hero Max is being a right nuisance. Okay, well, fair enough. I bet Lancerfire helped him out, but he got a nice kill. Anyway, the TR armor is now moving in. They're at the base again at Manny Lake. They've got themselves a Sunder set up. It is a little bit dangerous because anyone gets the jump pad, they can drop down, but it looks like they've got a good grip on the hillside. And maybe spawning in? Depends what the numbers are again. If we have a look at the numbers...
TR will have access to Nottingham Station in 1 minute 20 seconds.
Alright, we'll check that in a second. Sierra Listening Post, you're right. So the Vanu are definitely defending Sierra Listening Post with overpop
They've
numbers.
just neutralised Bravo. They've finally taken over Bravo. The Connery death ball came in from the air, and they've just went straight indoors. They've completely overwhelmed the top stairs. The rocket pod mozzies really weren't that effective. They only cleared out a couple of the light assaults on the main attack force coming into Bravo. Sierra listening. VS have now resecured Alpha and Bravo. They've got 9 minutes for a resecure. Charlie's still going to be untouchable for them with the amount of air out here.
No, they can't get to Charlie.
But they definitely have Alpha and Bravo locked in. Connery, you need to get out of those aircraft. Get those people on the point.
Well, they don't need to. At the end of the day, I mean, this is a sideshow. If they can keep the Woodman forces here at Sierra Listing Post on a pop balance, in the north, Connery's out popped. In the middle, Connery's out popped, but they're holding Woodman here. That means they can out pop them in the south and win. And this is exactly what's happening now. Now, admittedly, the not amp station is going to be a 7-minute cap, but you know, if they have populations, they can do it. Oh, big reinforcements now for the Connery infantry. Pushed into Bravo, totally took it back. They're also trying to light assault now into Alpha. This is going to be a quick capture point now if they get this. I don't think they can hold on to Alpha for very long. There's too many Vanu on the inside of the base.
The not cap has just started as well.
10 minutes without Alpha. Oh, but there's so many TR infantry pushing up the staircase now. Looks like they're making a concerted, hard push. Half an hour to go. World population still even numbers. They haven't given up entirely. Vanu outnumbers TR 2-1 in the north. TR looks like they've just mega reinforced the Sierra listening post. We're looking here, yeah, 70% to 30%. The 50-50 on the not research camp and not amp stations 50-50. So it's that number imbalance in the north that's screwing over with the Woodman, because they're taking now Sierra listening post 3 minutes. Huge population advantage, air advantage. Even if Woodman is able to come back out of this and get the Alpha point back, which is entirely possible with a big spawn in, they're going to need to push on Bravo. And the point is, 2 capture points, Bravo and Charlie, with such a accelerated cap, with the 3 capture points at this base, it just means it's almost going to be game over. As for
it's quite a large VS armor column heading towards Sierra listening post from the rink. Another
The
rink
rink is
sky
safe.
Critical.
We'll check out the right.
We have a resecure push coming up from a VS heading towards the amp station. We're going up to the roof, and they've just been cleared out, every single one of them.
Air Force?
Yeah, again, that must have been 2 squads. Every one of the VS hit that jump pad.
Yeah, we see that.
Went up to the top and
Still getting
just
rocket
got
podded.
massacred. That was brutal.
So, I mean, if you guys are not aware, at the amp station, most of you are in the old design, the spawn room has the tunnels that lead inside, underneath where the SU is, that you can move out, and that's usually the main one. Alternatively, you can go to the side shields and then approach from those directions, or repair the shields. The last option is to use the jump pads to go down the vehicle shield area, or to run around and go down from the SCU section. However, if you don't have air control, you get absolutely destroyed, or rained upon. So you have to take the tunnels. And I'm actually quite surprised that there aren't more vehicles for Connery inside. And today's weather forecast is provided today by Nanite Systems. I'm surprised they haven't brought in more vehicles. And another thing that's actually be interesting is that medics now with triage have proximity repair, so I wonder if a medic would stay inside the vehicle to provide radar and also provide proximity heals. It's one of the things that would be interesting to see how, although triage is still pretty weak. Anyway, so they're set up, they've got 4 minutes to go, population wise, it's 56, oh, there's a big number in the spawn room. Let's go check that out. What's the Woodman force up to? Lots of maxes. Holy crap! Okay, we are gonna follow this. All the crabs. The crabs are off, guys. Let's go, crabs.
Generator
What can they do against those enemy Sunderers parked outside? They gotta know what's coming. They gotta be able to see. SCU is now vulnerable because of the amount of time that's gone through. TR forces have got to be aware on the minimap what's coming in at them. Oh, they're actually being attacked from both directions. They've used the jump pad. They're coming in down from the front as well. It's a two-pronged attack. So many maxes. I don't know if enough explosives and the... Okay, so first Connery Sunder goes down. There's only so much C4 that the TR forces can do. They don't have enough people. The reinforcements are still coming in from Woodman. This is what I was saying. Woodman's really good at firing the hammer, but there's so many explosives going on. Look at these lovely positioned Sunders flanking in the fire on the Vanu. Okay, now those double Sunders are dead. Only one left. Bulldog on the front. I think he has to reload. Another Bulldog composite armor. Double Bulldogs trying to make as much use as effective as they can. He is burning though. It must have been C4 by that heavy. But they used so much there. Any less, they might not have been able to take it.
You have to think, yeah, they must be running out of resources now, and they've just invested a lot of resources in maxes to resecure that point.
The thing is, the infantry resources though are actually quite well protected. So anyway, that's a nice cave by Woodman. The thing is, infantry resources are fairly well protected because they're next to your warp gates.
They're still pouring in. Another squad with 4 maxes has just come in and has just arrived.
Infantry resources and whatnot. Yeah, so Sarah Listening Post has gone down for Woodman's lost it. Connery's taken it. It's the crucial thing. Okay, yes, they've lost the amp station attack, but this is just cherry. This is just cherry on the cake. This is just extra icing. The Air Force is just picking off anyone that decides to come outside. They could theoretically come back here because there's 3 minutes. They are losing, or they were losing raw material labs. Looks like they're taking it back. Looks like that's where the main push for the Woodman is in the north. However, the rink is being lost by a massive force. So it looks like Woodman is realistically only defending 2 places. It's only capable of defending at 2 places, and constantly applying pressure at all locations from Connery is just meaning that they're slowly gaining progress. I mean, as soon as they get the rink, it means they can push again down south to Not Communications. That's going to be helpful. Push up to Apex Genetics and Stillwater. Extra points. I mean, it's probably theoretically impossible with 23 minutes left for Woodman to mount the most epic comeback ever. So, I mean, you can pretty much already call this in Connery's favour, but it's been dominant the whole game. Do you have a point update, by any chance? Dots?
Last counting was 69 to 23.
Thank you very much.
However, I'm not in my position. That was my last counting as of 5 minutes ago.
It's about right.
Yeah, cheers.
Connery's got a couple, maybe 1 or 2 squads. They're defending the rink. I don't see any Woodman forces at all. Air Force, blimey, just look at all
Quite
that.
a big VS push though at our materials to do have the A point.
Well, I'm wondering, this Connery Air Force could probably be used to better effect. Oh, okay, they have some air, but the thing I was going to say, maybe they could use more, but maybe not.
It's our material going in and give some jobs, wasting their maxes, just throwing them at the VS defenders.
Well, they own the base. Vanu has no hard spots. It'll be beacons only. All the Sunders are dead, so there's no reason why Connery should allow this to slip. And if you look inside, there's very few defenders. I mean, this is a very light and tenuous push. Now comes Connery, pushing up. A couple of grades. That bow grenade backfired and bounced downhill. Max push coming up as well. A couple of maxes. I don't see very many, if any, Woodman infantry left. 1 max. What are you doing, mate? Maybe he's low armor.
Another thing as well to point out is if TR actually managed to capture the ring in 47 seconds, the continent will flip to TR. They will have the benefit of Esamir as they are approaching the 75% mark.
Oh, yeah, okay. Not that I think it matters at this point.
Last patch, continent domination was changed back to 90% of the continent.
Really?
Alright, smarty pants.
You haven't been reading the patch notes, Dots. What's going on?
Don't quote me on that, but I know it was increased.
Oh,
I mean, 80%,
well, I tell
90%.
you what.
I'm going to backtrack a little bit now.
No.
But it definitely was increased.
Now we're going to check the territory control. 74%. They're about to hit the 8% marker. So if it was 70%, it would have happened already.
Will Hallelujah be wrong? Stay tuned.
We'll find out when the rink goes.
I hope I'm right.
Fair enough.
They're saying that we know at 71% sitting, 71% TR at Raw Materials Labs is now being cleared out. There's no Vanu inside the point.
It
It's
seems
pretty
like
well
they've
cleared out.
resecured the rink and also saved
Yeah.
Alu's reputation.
Well, we're watching the rink as they push in. It looks like they've made a kind of concerted push. Maxes and all, a lot of infantry coming from spawn. There are still tier forces, there are tier air force. They can pound the capture point, they can pound... Okay, fresh galaxy drop on infantry, they are on the point. Problem is for the Vanu, they have to come outside to flip that point, and it is incredibly dangerous to do so. 29 seconds, they've got to go. Do you want to run outside, Vanu? You're going to have to.
Call this tactical superiority.
I'm actually tempted to undo my observer cam and see how long I last.
It's not very long. 15, 14, 13. Looks like the push has now been destroyed. Problem with the capture point being on the outside is just Connery's air is so dominant. There you go.
Loyalty and
Oh, what?
strength in unity.
Is it considered a win when, what? We still have 19 minutes left to go.
Yeah,
Hey, Frosty, this fight is all but won.
the match will go on for 90 minutes.
Okay, that's
Don't forget we're not.
we
playing
didn't
for
we
the
didn't
playing
factor
for
in that. In theory, we're still playing another 19 minutes. I think people think it's over. I don't know. Does the alert end when it's for territory control, when you get continent lock?
It will do because you're playing for the continent. However, we're not playing for the alert. We're playing here for the point system, so the match will continue until.
You would do an all call and tell them that.
As it does in the all-call, despite the alert, the match is still ongoing
For another 19 minutes.
for another 19 minutes. You still have 19 minutes left in the match.
I think we're just having a bit of fun now. So now I think Connery's wondering how much more they can rub Woodman's noses in it. Rink is being saved. No, okay, it will be saved. Looks like Manny Satellite Lake. If we go back to populations, I wonder if... yeah, it looks like some of the Woodman forces are beginning to log off, although it's still 44 to 50%. Oh, there must be an infiltrator. Where's the infiltrator? Right, we've got the flashlight, dark light. Motion spotter. Alright, finally, it's flipping with two people, but not with one. Where is he? Where is he? Come over to the rink. Tell me if there's any Vanu here. They're desperately trying to find him. Right, they've got it. They've got it saved. Assuming there's not an whoa, okay. So 2 guys and 3 guys is definitely enough.
It just goes to show that also in future we need to take into account alerts as well.
Well, to be honest, though, maybe in
sure
future,
people have been quite confused about the already logged off.
yeah, no, but I think in the future, if you have the benefit of an alert being casted by Higby, for example, then if you get enough territory to win the continent, that should just be a win. Period. Game over.
Then again, we need to decide on do we continue to play for the match or do you come play for the alert? 'Cause obviously, yeah, on a territorial scoring system.
Sure.
At the moment in time.
Well, it looks like the only...
It's evident Woodman, Connery are winning. And in the end of the day, do numbers really matter?
It's how you use what you've got. That's the important thing. I mean, Woodman have shown that they can dominate a point Again, there's like a wall of steel of Max's. Problem is AV grenades. One heavy assault with oh god, it's just dominating rockets there.
Bad about shooting side to blue screen.
So yeah, that's the problem with all this Max has been clumped together. It just AV grenades and rockets destroyed them. Realistically, you only like 1 or 2 guys, have the rest standing off to the side. Or heck, if you got that many Maxes, why are you on the outside? Push inside, you know, sorry, on the inside, you should push outside. Still, there's plenty of TR on the other side of the capture point. It doesn't look like the Vandy's going to be able to push in. Well, they need a live infantry to take the point back. How's not Am Station?
Just logging in now after a sea crash.
Oh, some good grenades. Van is still applying pressure, and the fact that Maxes takes 6 seconds to res means that these medics are working overtime. Just tons of explosives, so many consumables. Doesn't look like... The problem with the Esamir map, as I said, is that the infantry resources are the last thing to get captured. So you'll always see Maxes and, you know, and everyone's going to stock up on like 40 grenades and AVA and whatnot. Not to mention actually fighting in an infantry resource area is going to supremely help your personal resources. That and you can get resource boosts for like 1 serve.
15 minutes left in the match.
Got them on their heels.
You need me to do an all call or?
No, we're fine.
Yeah, I think I've just done one, haven't I?
Yeah, you did. So,
Magic.
15 seconds and then Connery takes Manny Lake Satellite. Looks like, and 90 seconds and they'll take Not Communications. There's no contention there. Vanu at numbers TR 2-1 at Not Amp Station, but they are not pushing out. They're just playing purely a defensive game. Apex Genetics is going to go in 60 seconds. You know, it's possible. Connery could be very close to a clean sweep. Now, I don't think they'll be able to get absolutely everything, simply because too many of Woodman on too few bases. But they're trying. It's uncontested. This is the thing. There's too many places where it is uncontested fights. Uncontested Apex Genetics. Almost uncontested at the rink until the last second. Not Communications. I can see some reinforcements going in there, but again, that was uncontested. So Woodman is just working, I think, maybe 2 big numbers in too few areas. It looks like it's just a couple of stragglers from the Vanu from Woodman trying to do something at the Not Communications capture.
Just had a message from one of the Woodman reps that they will not surrender, even if they are pushed back their walking.
That's good to hear.
We call this tactical superiority.
That light assault really was going at it. And they're trying heavy. Oh wow! Shotguns for everyone! Shotguns wins! Okay, so the last seconds, or near enough a last second save by Woodman at Not Communications. Really light assaults and shotguns until the rest came in. Connery's Air Force decided to pay a hello. Okay, I'm assuming maybe that galaxy is going to be used as a respawn point. A concerted push by the Connery infantry is going to take the space back. Points already flipping, let's have a look. Yeah, so Connery's infantry's come in. Beware of the claymores! And they just mopped up. And the problem is that the Woodman infantry didn't hold the point for long enough, so the point is still extremely short. 20 seconds to go, and then the capture Not Communications.
I just found the fun police, 4 of them sitting on top of the roof of Haven Outpost, decided to join them. And some random TR Mozzies decided to come along and do a rocket run on our wonderful fun police. So much appreciated, guys.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Well, the not amp station is again under contention. The population numbers are slightly in Vanu's favour. In fact, it looks like they may even be ready to do a push. Yes, here they come through the SCU again. It's another counter push. Lots of maxes. That guy's really in the lead. If he wants to do something, he better go hide. He's going to get picked off, and he's dead. Here come the rest of the Vanu forces pushing up to the shields. Looks like they're picking up the last of the vehicles of the Connery force. They're coming in from both directions. They're also coming in from the spawn room jump pads and then taking the air lift back down. Fresh Sunder from Connery. Double Furies might have an impact. The problem is it's too easy to get C4 behind. It has got composite armor. Might survive barely because of the composite armor.
And Manny's just fallen.
Wow, really? Okay, so capture point is under the Woodman hands. I've got it back, but as you said, they lost the biolab. I wonder if they've overreacted too much. And we have a look at the population numbers. It's 56 to 44, and it's not necessarily. I mean, it could be because there's a lot of air force. Whoa, we'll go over to the biolab. You're right, they took it. So we missed that. Sorry about that. Could have been an SCU take. Well, now they could theoretically push up to Mani Tower. They already are taking Mani Tower, and they could again take Mani Fortress. North Point Station will be a little bit harder because it's a 3 capture point base. We only have 9 minutes to go, so it's just a runaway game now. How much territory can Connery take to set the benchmark for total domination?
In 9 minutes, if they manage to resecure Manny, it's only 1 point. It's only a couple of infiltrators running around the Manny biolab for VS. They can still get Manny Fortress and North Point Station in that time.
Well, they're already
Manny
flipping
Tower's
the point.
being resecured already.
Manny Fortress is being flipped, so the biolab now is safe. In the south,
Watch is being capped. Is just they need to break that amp station.
it's, again, total air dominance. This oof. that was an impressive explosion. So Woodman is doing a last defense on their amp station. That's pretty much it. I don't see their numbers really anywhere else except from the amp station. I mean, where else are they? Stillwater's about to go down. Are they in the warp gate? Some of them in the warp gate. It's 43 to 50%. It's not like there's a huge population advantage for Connery.
Stay frosty. This
Stillwater
fight's
is uncontested again, so they've made it right outside the Connery warp. Sorry, the Woodman warp gate.
Manny Fortress is uncontested. Manny Tower is now uncontested as well. They've left the area.
What's going on in the warp gate? Let's go have a look.
Leave the restricted area immediately.
The numbers inside are.
We have a galaxy. Maybe they're just messing around.
There's a galaxy that's just leaving, and should be loading up with infantry, I guess.
Well, they have some air force. No, the Scythes are immediately getting attacked by Mozzies over at Stillwater. Connery's taken Stillwater. What's the points now, Dots?
From my last calculation, it was 79 to 12.
2 minutes left on the...
Oh, I've stopped counting the score.
Oh, really? We want an updated points, man. You have to take a screenshot and then find the updated points if you're not going to bother doing it now. You know, I tell you what, before this game ends, you've got 7 minutes to tell me exactly what the score is.
I told you what the score is at the current time.
Yeah, we'll now calculate it again. Thank you very much.
No. Yeah. I just told you.
Well, looks like the only main fight going on now is at the ham station.
It's just air dominance.
Just
First thing you see.
the fact
when
is
you
they've
get
got
over here.
complete outside control. So why are the shield generators not down? Oh, because some of the Vanu from Woodman are actually constantly using. They're abusing the spawn beacon. and the shields, and they are reinforcing fairly heavily through the tunnel system to save the external shields.
Mr. Prowler, wake up! You're anchored down. You can see the room. You need to shoot in there. There you go.
It's a heat Prowler. And they're pushing up the wall, are getting mopped up, so the shields, vertical shields are down, the horizontal shield is down, so now they can actually go in without gate diffusers. Prowler support, that Prowler wanted to be first, and first he was.
A lot of proxy chat from Woodman to defend the Alamo, which I can only assume is not upstation.
Yeah, probably. It is a lot. I mean, they're YOLOing in with their armor now. I can understand the Prowlers. High explosive Prowlers. Get your high explosive Prowler locked out and just pound away. But get a good angle.
I think the numbers on the point for BS is, it's not that many. There's only one squad up here.
There's a lot at the amp station, that's for sure. I mean, they are getting pounded from all directions. There you go. So this guy's got a right idea, and oh, he's got AP rounds though. It's not going to be as effective as he had high explosive, but still, they're getting slowly mopped up. And,
and the other side, there's a galaxy with a bulldog hovering. This is brutal. This is so brutal.
It's just, oh my god, if you're Woodman right now, you need to jump over to one of these repair stations and fix it. You need to get your shields back up. That's how you're going to hold on to this. Right now, it's just painful to watch.
More proud of this, Mozzie's doing it now as well.
He's even trying to park inside. Some lasher fire, but yeah. And some of the Prowlers are moving up. He's on the vehicle pad! Is the the terminal's dead, so we can just sit there. That's dangerous though, any kind of C4ing. Possibly. It's so hard to see so many things going on. Oh, the Connery's on the point. How long have you got left on the capture on the base? 4 minutes, but we do have the ruling that if a point is in contention, it will go until capture.
I think we can overrule it.
No! I want to see Connery get everything! Okay. So, alright, so they've taken Manny Fortress, and they're taking North Point Station as well. Now, this will not be a zero cap, because not Amp Station is going to be... They won't take not Substation, they won't take Grey Heron Shipping, but the points that are under contention will still go through. So, can Woodman make a save? That's the question. Can you save your Alamo, Woodman? Tell me what's going to happen.
I hope we have a massive redeploy of every single
first set of terminals incoming on the warp gate
maximum
underneath the SCU. We see a huge Woodman force coming in through the tunnels. Is it going to be enough though? They're actually spreading out. They're going to the shield generators. They're not actually coming up in the SCU area.
Well, as soon as it goes up, this galaxy's being cut in half.
Oh my god, they are going for the tunnel at the huge numbers. It's raining men. They're just all jumping out of the sidewall jump point, and they're going for the gotta be going for the shield generator. Must be. Yes. This is okay. There's a lot of people. TR is aware, but problem is most of them on the capture point. Fixed one generator, shields are up. Oh, but they got so many vehicles and Prowlers on the... Whoops, speed in. Oh, too fast. There we go. Now the SCU is going to be vulnerable in about... I think it's the 3.5 minute marker, could be the 4 minute marker. So, if Woodman doesn't pull something off here, they've managed to repair the shield generators. Now can they get the capture point back? There'll be no more vehicles for Connery on the point. How's the North Point Station going in the north?
Uncontested.
Uncontested. Wow.
There's just been 4% Varno appeared in the population balance. Swarm Memoria, hashtag yellow. 7 6 see what we have.
Still not enough numbers. Doesn't look like anyone's doing anything.
Restricted area. Move out, soldier.
Can't get into there. We're waiting to go into the SU. Doesn't look like... Oh wait, what's this on the minimap? They've come in from the other side, they've taken the jump pads, they're coming in from the main door where the vehicles are. All the prowlers and the vehicles have been caught off guard, they were looking the wrong way. This is the big push. The SU is now vulnerable. If Woodman does not get this now, they're going to lose their Alamo. Come on, show me the sledgehammer attack of yours. Are you going to be able to pull this off? Oh, they've got another force coming in from the SU generator. Fresh set of maxes. The capture point still in contention. 3 minutes to go. Shields are up. There's no reinforcements for the TR. What can Connery do here? I mean, they've got some engineer turrets. Oh, they've barely got anyone left. Woodman's taking their time. Looks like they had a bit of a fight at the SU kind of shield wall area. They're starting to move up. There needs to be more explosives for Connery. They need to be able to hold off all of these maxes. Can't help but feel that these maxes are shooting at each other. I.e. VS on VS, but... Oh, it's beautiful explosives been used with the TR on the flag. Nice use of C4. It is definitely weakening the Vanu support guys, but there's just so many of them coming around the corner from the other side. Oh, the time is, that's right, as soon as this point is back to VS, that's it. That's game. And in the north...
That is game. That is game. GG. All the outfit reps, speakers, from both servers, please make your way back to the interview channel, please.
Can you have a look at the map and tell me what the points are as they are right now?
As the points are now, that was a... Let's find my piece of paper.
Right.
Destroyed. Critical.
That's a pretty dominating victory there by Connery, hence we're getting points from Dotzer. He'll get round to us in a second.
I've definitely got to watch the VODs for the first half.
Right, so no amp station is a hold.
VS have 9 points.
That means, what, about 82 points for...
82 to 9.
So 82 points for Connery.
Yeah.
TR, Connery, 82 points. Woodman, 9 points. So congrats to Connery. We'll wait for the interviewers in. I really want to know what was going through Woodman's mind there on the tactics they're using.
All outfit reps, server reps, and all speakers, could you please make your way to the interview channel on TeamSpeak, please?
I'm going to say big props to Woodman though, sticking in it for so long and just holding that one point.
Yeah, they held us off for a long time.
Lanzi, your gunner shot me. I disapprove of it.
Hey,
I was
well,
doing no harm sitting on top of your prowler.
Just to let the people know on the, in the Twitch chat, that as per usual, there's going to be a Reddit feedback thread for this match and past and present matches. So when that thread on Reddit appears, just give us your feedback, that kind of thing. And I think people are already assembling in the interview channel, so I'm going to move Farah down and let him carry on. Are you ready, Farah?
Go for it. Hey guys. So that was brutal. I guess first question I've got to ask is, do we have a Woodman representative in here?
yeah, several.
Okay, so can the powers that be for Woodman tell us, what do you feel went wrong? Why do you think you lost?
You want the
I
normal
have to
answer?
speak. Oh god, nobody else is going to speak up for me. Okay. I'm of course, being that I was the commander, gonna take the full responsibility for that loss. Although I have to say, we started with about 20 less than 240. We had 221, I think, when the match started. That didn't really change throughout the whole match. We were 1-2 squads short the whole time. But I mean, yeah, what can I say? Shit went wrong. Our opening move failed completely. Got well countered. Was quite impressive right there. You acted before we could. Well done, really. And after that, everything crumbled for us. So yeah.
Oh, are there European servers in here? Alright, let me not say it. Sorry. Let me not say that.
I for one believe that was an excellent match. We all fought valiantly. The octagon at the beginning was a very tough fight. Yeah.
Well, so what about the tactics that Woodman was using? Because I'm interesting because from a spectator's point of view with the observer camera, I was noticing that when we were looking at the map, and hold on, I'll just bring this up on the stream, I was feeling that at the beginning there was a lot of point of contentions. So there's a lot of places that the enemy could attack. You had to think about maybe 5 potential lanes. And it felt that Connery was applying pressure in lots of places. And Woodman would respond in kind with this massive sledgehammer of attack. And you would save one base, but then you'd lose 2 others. You didn't feel like you could spread out.
That was a big problem at the start, yes. I don't know if you guys noticed, we tried to start a diversion basically on Esamir munitions and the octagon, but for some reason the Connery guys were quicker than us on ramp analytics. I have no idea how you guys made that happen, but so
we practiced on that.
Yeah, that was essential part of the opening move, and that completely failed. And yeah, we tried to go around with the sledgehammers because that's kind of what the Woodman gameplay is, well, not based on, but we're pretty good at that. And I don't know, it just crumbled apart after the opening move failed, and I'm so ashamed about that.
What about admittedly, last week didn't have a huge impact, but here it felt it made at least moving around difficult. How do you feel, if at all, Connery's Air Force impeded upon Woodman's ability to play? Did you find it was really difficult moving around, or reinforcing, or holding capture points? I mean, what do you guys think?
Can I jump in on this one?
Take it away.
So from my perspective of being in one of the platoons, there was a few times where like the air would be there, but it'd be in force. So like I think it was over Terran BL4 crash site, and we'd seen the attack coming, so we got sent over there, and it was like there was, I think it's 3 or 4 libs are already spamming that, spamming the spawn room. So we decided pull back, pull sunders, being able to pull lightnings from anywhere definitely helped my squad because we spent a lot of time in lightnings. It's basically 10 lightnings with sky guards. My guys shot down a lot of mozzies today, but there was just hats off to the Connery guys. There was a lot of just bombarding, man, and as we've seen in live server community clash and on this, man, air dominance takes you points. It takes bases.
Excuse me, I'd like to say something real quick. We did a really good job. We grilled them on an open propane grill. Thank you, playing for Connery and Woodman.
Propane and propane accessories.
Get out.
From
the
thank you,
Woodman's
Woodman. It was fun.
From the Woodman's perspective around Manny as well, the air was constant pressure all the time. We could never leave a building, which made it very difficult to get to the necessary building you needed to be in. Whether that was going from a sunder or going from a spawn room. So yeah, the air was devastating at times.
How did the Connery guys feel about the latency? Because obviously we have a lot of EU players. Like latency, we're running like
most of it wasn't too bad. There were certain fights. I was force lead, so I wasn't really out there fighting a lot. But the fights that I were in tend to be the big ones where I was making sure things were going right. in the big fights, it didn't matter whether you were VS or TR. Everyone was warping all around. It was it was all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we have a Brit in our infantry squad, and he wasn't having any outstanding issues.
Right. That's all right.
Also, the thing is, you can use that lag to your advantage in a sense. Like, for example, I know this is not as the same thing in a massive fight, but if you're like a 12-12 in a PAL match, and maybe you're playing some Russians or whatnot, they're going to have a higher ping. So you know the enemy's going to have a higher ping, which means you need to be more aggressive, because their ping, if they're aggressive, and then by the time they go around the corner and see you and shoot you, you're already dead by the time that you've actually realised what's happened. So you can use that to your own advantage.
That happened. I was defending one of the generators. I turned out alone at not one of the multiple times we attacked it. And suddenly I'm there with 3 friends, and 2 seconds later, there's an entire platoon of VS around me. And they obviously didn't see me, they didn't shoot me. But
from the I think it was Manny Lake Satellite, we were holding the cap room, and everything was fine. And then all of a sudden there was one TR guy in the middle of the room killing everyone.
Like, it's that one guy that just runs in. You can't see him, and
no one saw him. Absolutely no one saw him. He killed absolutely everybody. Cries out went for hackers, and then over the next 10 minutes, I think, it happened repeatedly, and you're like, oh no, this is just the way things are. So that was a bit rough.
What happened?
I guess another question I've got for you guys is, what was your force composition? I mean, you had 240 or 220 guys, right? So for example, Woodman, did you assign one squad per outfit, or did some outfits have more than that?
So from doing the roster, I was in charge of doing the roster. We set basically in the first ServerSmash and this one, we set basically a 12-man squad, a squad limit on per outfit. There were some outfits that could field a few more, and then the air platoon that we had was mixed. We put all the best pilots over, and then we obviously but basically we had a squad per outfit.
And what about then Connery? What about you guys?
We did basically a squad per outfit. Air was kind of a little bit differently, because obviously air is its own thing. But I mean, basically each outfit got a squad, and we weren't quite at 240 either. We started, I'd say, probably 13 short, 12 short. Let's just say a squad short. So it wasn't. We didn't have a huge numerical advantage on them, at least in the beginning. Now, if they had DCs or something, I don't know.
I was just curious, because we were looking at the populations at the beginning, and it was no more than about 2 or 3%, and at one point it was balanced for at least an hour. It was even percentages. Really? Wow. Yeah. We were looking at the world population, not the world population, sorry, the continent population, and it was the same at one point. And we were like, "Oh, where's Woodman?" Because we felt, we saw you in the north, we saw you in the middle, like a Sarah listening post, but the whole southern lane was completely unguarded right up until they got to the amp station. We're just wondering, we were thinking, have they given up? Have they left? And no, the numbers are still there. And I think it's just a case of Connor was very good at spreading their numbers out, and maybe Woodman was trying to concentrate on too many people in just too few positions rather than all of them.
I have to say, the Woodman guys, you did something I haven't seen anyone do yet. Farah always talks about it in his cast. You let us cap most of the way through the biolab before you crashed on. You let us do most of the work for you before you overwhelmed us down there. So, I mean, good job for that, because that's not. I mean, basically our entire idea was taking the biolab, and we were totally stymied when that happened. So, that was interesting.
Yeah, the biolab.
We were Veer Squad. We flew there at the beginning, and we're like, oh, it looks like they're not challenging us. Okay, that's what we prepped for. So we fly to Freyr, and we see nobody at Freyr, and we're like, well, I guess they're giving us Freyr and Ymir. And all of a sudden, all we hear comes, Ymir is flipping, backtrack.
So that did work. I'm happy you noticed that. When you noticed pushing all the way to north, that was basically a tried gamble for some more territory, sacrificing Ymir for maybe Freya, but in the end,
you were too slow.
In the end, we had a lot of delay there, and capture times didn't pan out correct, and we pushed Zero, got the points there. We had to put too many people on Zero to get it back, and that never worked out for the whole time we held Zero anyway. It was a little misprioritized that, but
Rip binary, rip.
I mean, I just thought rather we gamble for another base for a different one than just sit here and hold money and Emir for the whole 2 hours. Kind of, I didn't want to do that.
Well, some people have desperately asked us, what does it look like if 240 people go against 240 people in one base? And we showed them.
Interesting one.
Close enough.
Yeah.
That would be immediate disconnection of half the forces on either side.
Not arm station at the end, man. That was we max crash at the end, and I managed to get on one of the staircases and push up, but it was you're literally talking like people are rendering 10 foot in front of you. I couldn't see down the corridor to shoot people.
I know exactly what you feel like, because I was. There's a number of fights where I'm jumping back and forth, and I see a force, and I'm thinking, oh, the Vanny are defending, this capture point, and the tiers coming from one direction, and they're coming in from the staircase. And as I go around and say, oh, there's no one at the staircase, and maybe they got wiped out. 3 seconds later, 5 maxes and 10 infantry. Oh wait, no, there they are. Yes, they're still here. So it's probably pushing the limits of the game when you can have 240 and 240 over an entire continent, and you can spread it out. But when it gets, because we reached the point where basically Woodman had been pushed back to just the 3 key points. So it was the 2 biolabs, and it was Sarah listening posts, and I was wondering whether or not Connery could break through, because those are pretty tough points to take, and you did. But when you did, it was just so many people. It was I don't even know how you could coherently shoot it or whatnot.
I'm pretty sure our draw distance dropped to 3 feet at some point during that biolab fight.
Oh man, I'm gonna just say about that grenade spam on some of them bases, man. That's horrifying to be on the receiving end of. It really is.
Yep. So I'm going to pass this over to Dots. He's going to do his last bit of propaganda spiel. If anyone's got a question or something they want to ask, do it now. Otherwise, Dots, are you going to do the roundup?
Yeah, basically, it's both Woodman and Connery. GG. Cheers for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, look forward to your next match. However, as I've seen below in the TeamSpeak chat and on the Twitch chat, the Reddit feedback thread's already up. So get on that thread and let us know what you thought. Give us feedback, because at the end of the day, it's the community what drives this. At the end of the day, so let us know what you think. Feedback, questions, suggestions. Get on the ServerSmash Reddit /ServerSmash. Join the website. Follow us on Twitter at PS2_pickup. Try and keep in the know. Make sure you pass all the information on to friends and family. Help us make this, and your grandma and your dog as well. Help us make this more known. I'd like to think that it is getting there at a slow and steady pace. However, it does require people to shout.
It's a hell of a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, it's good.
If you actually get a chance to play.
Oh, that's true as well.
But yeah,
as a squad lead, I enjoyed it rather immensely, throwing around my people and seeing them work together.
But yeah, guys, cheers for coming, and I hope to see you again. I'm gonna have to fire now to end it.
Cheers.
Fair and Dot Source, thank you so much, man.
Thank you for guys coming. Thank you for playing, and I'm going to lay out. Next week we have, I think it's Miller Cobalt. It is indeed. It's Cobalt versus Miller next week, 31st of May, guys. So tune in. ServerSmash Reddit for details. So I'm going to tune out, and we'll see you next week.
To the champagne room.
2 seconds for a shout out, please.
All right, on you go. Go for it.
Thank you to my server. Thank you to the people making this possible, Dots and Farah. Thanks, and the whole team behind it. But especially thanks to Woodman. Thank you for letting me lead you and not leaving me standing in the rain when things fell apart. It has been an honor.
And praise to Higby for the alert. And that's us out, guys. Thanks.
Praise Higby.
Praise Higby.
The final score, because I see that in Twitch chat, what is the final score? The final score was, I believe, 82 points to Connery and 9 points to Woodman. Meaning, because it's a 91 points in total, it was pretty much a Connery-dominated game. there you go. There's your final score. I hope you enjoy. We'll see you next week. Until then, play more PlanetSide!